Hi guys, welcome to gskptv, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we do reviews on movies, TV, life, books, current events. Safe place where we can talk about it all. You guys look like Quavoe is here to rescue Offset. Let's talk about it. Come on back. Hello and welcome to gskptv, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we do reviews on movies, TV, books, life, current events, whatever. This is a safe place where we can talk about it all. I learn from you, you learn from me, we learn from each other. You guys, today is April 12th, 2026. Um, on a Saturday, actually Sunday morning, 1:42 a.m. I've gotten to where I've started to do these late night um, videos because I work at night. So during the day I'm sleeping, and then when I get up in the evenings when I'm off, it's um this is my hours. So, so like my brother says, I'm a vampire. So, I've worked night shift for years and years. So this is just habit for me. Being up all night is something I've always done. And so I've made it a habit to work at night. And that's the reason I've gotten back to work. Thank God. And so that is the reason for my late nights now, guys. So, just something I wanted to share. Um, as I was saying at the intro of the video, um, looks like Quavoe is going to rescue Offset. Um, we like to have us a video before we go into things. So, I do have a video for us. So let's watch this clip and then we will discuss the matters at hand. Good thing he's got Quavo because he is he's just doing too much and bad. So let's watch this clip and then we'll talk about it.
Lost Takeoff, and I absolutely cannot lose Offset. I am willing to pay off all of Offset's debts. In 2022, I got into a dispute over gambling debts with Patrick Clark, which led to a shootout. Takeoff was only watching and did not take part in the argument or carry any weapons, but he was killed by a stray bullet at the age of only 28. He was not only the youngest member of our group, Migos, but also my nephew. I feel both guilty and heartbroken. After his death, Offset and I have been pursuing our own careers, but we never thought of disbanding Migos. When I heard the news that Offset had been shot, I almost lost my mind. He is my classmate, my brother, and my teammate. We went through the hardest times together and have long become family. Takeoff is gone, and I cannot lose Offset too. Fortunately, the gunshot wound was not fatal. Offset has been taken to Memorial Regional Hospital. His condition is stable and he is under close monitoring. Otherwise, I would truly be devastated. I heard he got hurt this time because he owed Lil Che 10,000 US dollars. I am willing to pay it off for him, and I only hope he can stay safe from now on. I have already lost Takeoff, and I absolutely cannot lose Offset. I am willing to pay off all of Offset's debts. In 2022,
Now, um, before we go any further, let's do a little history. Now, for persons that are of my age, a lot of people are not familiar with who the Amigos are. They are a contemporary rap group. And a couple of years ago, as this young man, which they call Quavoe, I don't know what his government name is. I haven't taken the time to even investigate that. But anyway, this young man, um, as he had mentioned, was gambling somewhere. Um, they are, and he is a part of a contemporary group called the Amigos. Um, the young man, Offset, their names is Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff. Takeoff was killed. He was shot, as the young man had mentioned, and killed. In the last week or so, the young man named Offset was shot. Um, he was in Hollywood, Florida, gambling, and supposedly the young man TJ that Quavo mentioned in the clip shot him. Those are the rumors. That's alleged. I don't know for sure. We don't know for sure. Now, I know a lot of you all that are my age, persons that are my age are not, familiar with the Amigos. The only reason why I am familiar with the Amigos is because I'm a fan of music, regardless to how old I am. I love new music. I love music, period. And I'm not crazy about rap or anything like that. Excuse me. Ooh, that cough is horrible. But I liked one or two of the little bops of the Amigos, and that's how I know who they are, because I'm a lover of music and I've heard of them before, but normally persons of my age are not familiar with Amigos and their type, okay? But as I was saying, uh, Offset was shot in Hollywood, Florida at a gambling casino. It's been about a week ago now, 5 days a week. Um, it was not, as Quavo said, a fatal gunshot wound. um, he's doing fine. As he said, it wasn't fatal, but it could have been. And he's just fortunate that it was not fatal, okay? So I came on because I was scrolling, as I do, and it looks as if Quavo is going to pay Offset's debts for him. If this is not a sign for Offset to get somewhere and sit down, I don't know what is. Because this young man, after viewing this clip, is obviously hurt behind the loss of his friend and nephew. And he learned his lesson, though it came at the cost of losing his nephew. It seems as if he got the message that it's time to get out of these streets and get somewhere and sit down. Now, when it comes to Mr. Offset, he has been trending for quite some time now. Um, he was once married to Cardi B, and they have, excuse me, of course, I'm videoing. That's when all this crap happened. But anyway, um, he was once married to Cardi B, and they have two children, and they are no longer married. And he stays in the tabloids because he's always doing something. And he was just not too long ago in the tabloids because he owed some woman a certain amount of thousands, and then he owes this TJ guy so many thousands, and he just continues and continues to just mess up. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with gambling. A lot of people gamble. Lots of people gamble. It's nothing I've ever been able to get into. I find gambling to be very, very, very boring. Very. I just cannot get into it to save my life. Don't get me wrong, every now and then, I'll play a scratch off or whatever like that. But going to a casino and putting your money in the one armed bandit, no. That is, I do not understand the attraction, but to each his own. We're not judging anyone. Do what you like, because as I often say, there's some things that I do that other people can't stand. So I don't have a problem with it. But anyway, he has been continuously, since the loss of Takeoff, been in the tabloids and some sort of drama. Quavoe has been very quiet since the loss again of his nephew. And I think, again, these are strictly my opinions. That don't make them so. I think that Takeoff needs help with dealing with the loss of his very close friend and brother. And luckily, he has Quavoe in his life to step in for him. Um, I hope he takes this message, or I hope he receives this message and acts accordingly. um, because next time he may not be so lucky. Next time it might not be a shot in the leg or the buttocks or whatever they claim, wherever they claim he was shot. I think, again, Offset need to get somewhere and sit down. Period. That's just, that's evident. Because like I said, every time you turn around, Offset is in something. Every time you look up, it's some drama with Offset. Every time you look up, he's doing something foolish. They just had a picture of him sitting outside in his gown soon after being admitted to the hospital. He got a smoke or whatever. Really? Really? I can say that I'm glad that Quavo is stepping up for him. Now he needs to step up for himself as a man. He needs to take advantage and straighten himself up and get back to being Offset with some sense and do it for Takeoff, to make Takeoff proud. Stop cutting the food. See about them children that you have with Cardi B. And when I say see about, I mean go and see them children and spend time with those children, because they don't want for nothing. Cardi B's gonna take care of her babies now. She ain't no great, and I'm not saying she's a terrible, but one thing about her, she's gonna take care of them children. So you don't, that's one thing you don't have to worry about. But you do need to be in those children's lives. That you do. Because ever since I became passionate about help, ain't nobody got time to be worrying about you out here in the streets acting a fool. She's got children. She's got your children to take care of. And she does not want to have to explain to them what happened to daddy. She doesn't want, she's already doing everything else by herself. She doesn't want to have to explain to those children what happened to daddy by herself. Ain't nobody got time for that. You need to get yourself together, Offset. Get yourself together, young man. This is another example. I always say, well, not always, but a lot of times I always say, because of young people, this is another example that can be used in your life, in your living. Because, you know, young people don't like to listen to old people like me. They think you're fussing, trying to tell them what to do and this, that, and the other. Well, don't listen to me. Listen to Quavoe. How about that? Look at Offset. See, this is another thing. Money don't always mean happiness. He had all the money in the world. And look, now he's down to having nothing. And he wasn't happy the whole time. Quavoe. He's got money. And he's still sad because of the loss of his nephew. You heard him. He said he felt guilty. Got more money than I've ever had, ever will have, ever might have, ever. And that young man is telling you he's suffering and got a pocket full of money. So money doesn't make happiness. And this idea of, oh, he got money. Satan got money too. What does that mean? Jeffrey Epstein had money too. Y'all's administration got money. What does that mean? When your character is horrible. I hope you guys, I really do hope that this is a turning point for Offset. Because this is terrible. I hope that this young man does not lose his life because of silliness, like Takeoff did. And again, I commend Quavoe. That young man has learned his lesson at a great cost, as I said before. And I hate that he had to learn this lesson that way. But he learned it. You can see, you can feel that he got the message. You don't have to tell him again. He got it. And again, I commend you. So, young people, I just wanted to share about Offset and Quavo, the Amigos. And again, looks like Quavo is going to come to the rescue of Offset. And I just hope and pray that Offset takes advantage of this and gets back on top, you know, gets back to his music, put his pain in his music. That's what he needs to do, and get out of them gambling places. That ain't the money that you've gambled away. That's money that you had that you're trying to win back. That don't make sense to me. But hopefully, again, things work out for them guys. And I hope he gets himself together. And again, you have a blessing in Quavo. You need to follow him in his footsteps, because that young man is got his life together. He said enough is enough. Enough is enough. Well, guys, I've come to the end of this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And as I always say, wear your mask, wash your hands. When you're in crowded areas, wear your mask. COVID, monkeypox, all that stuff, it hasn't gone anywhere. It's just out in the news now, but it's still present. And you know, we have to take care of one another. So you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Love to my peach trees and sunflower seeds and my new subscribers. Thank you. I love you. I could not do this without you. And as I always say, I am my brother's keeper. I love you. Bye.